going on? Happy New Year to everybody. Unconventionally Miles podcast. Another episode. Hope everybody's New Year's resolutions are jumping out to be on the right foot. Hope everybody's New Year's and Christmas went well also. Mine's was eventful, but I wanted to make sure I get back onto the podcast and get to the swing of things and continuously try to work on consistency with my audience and my subscribers and individuals that look forward to listening to the podcast. We're going to touch on a few topics and bring everything back to full circle to give us some things to think about and just to make sure that we hold ourselves accountable for, So, few things for me. Make sure you live with purpose. I think many of us sometimes we go through the emotions and the emotions of just waking up and going out to the world and just doing whatever we see fit without any structure. You got to have goals and you got to have passions about your goals. And living with a purpose allows you to do that. So for me, one of the things I want to make sure I'm doing is living with purpose. I pretty much set goals daily, weekly, and try to stay on those goals and on those topics and on that purpose as much as possible. Right? Because having goals without any passion behind it make it extremely tough to actually achieve those goals, right? A lot of times you have a New Year's resolution and we just make it to make it. And we try to sell that New Year's resolution to someone else. You got to believe it first. Your New Year's resolution or your growth moment where you say, hey, from right here, I want to become this person. And we all have the opportunity to become better and become a better person daily, right? But usually a lot of us do it in a New Year's resolution standpoint. New Year's resolution standpoint, I should say, excuse me. So let's live in purpose, right? Living in purpose and living on purpose. Let's do both of those things. Set some goals for yourself. Set goals for yourself that you're passionate about and stick to those goals. And regardless of the outcome, I'm proud of you for trying. That's the biggest thing. Trying something regardless of what the outcome is going to be, and trying something when you don't know what the outcome is going to be, but you still put your whole heart into whatever that goal is you have and go for it. Hardest thing is definitely not failing at all. The hardest thing is trying. Once you start the process, see it through. Live on purpose. Live to inspire, encourage, and motivate others as well, because we have to be accountable for those we care about and those we're around, especially when you have the foresight to see they need encouragement, motivation, or inspiration to be great and to be the greatest people they could be. Right? Stand on your purpose. Get more in tune with what's going on. Your purpose a lot of times is not going to align to what everyone else is doing. And sometimes your purpose, right, in a situation that it's not goal-based, because we all have a purpose in life. But sometimes our purpose is not something that looks good. It's not something that's aesthetically pleasing, right? Sometimes our purpose is the things we don't want to do. We're very good at it. Sometimes we're not, but we're shying away from it because it doesn't align with what we thought our purpose is. It takes a very long time to find your purpose. Many people don't find it at all. I found mine and it took me a good long time. And my purpose is something that I was running away from, something I never wanted to do. But no matter who I meet or who I'm around, the same situation always comes up where I'm in a space to provide this service or this information, right? Let's live on purpose. Live with purpose and on purpose. have some goals that you're passionate about, and try to motivate, encourage, and inspire those that you're around, because we all need that at some point, right? This is very vital, I would say. And I believe in many of you guys' life is vital as well. Okay, so that's just one thing that I want to touch on. Another area is, how do you like encouragement? How do you like to be encouraged? And those who are around you more than others, do you let them know how you would like them to encourage you in situations where sometimes you need a push? Right? Encouragement is giving someone support and confidence and hope in something that they're doing, right? You can say, hey, I'm going to start working out. Hey, I'm a bodybuilder. Hey, I'm going to start my business. Hey, I want to listen more, right? And you encouraging them, giving them support, giving them confidence, giving them hope, that can help them in times of self-doubt where they feel they're not able to accomplish the goal of becoming the new them and who they want to be. So adding that encouragement is very, very, very important, I would say. And I try to take accountability and be disciplined enough to encourage those that I care about, because when they're happy, I'm happy, right? And when they're happy, they're at their best. And when I'm happy, I'm at my best. And sometimes happiness isn't something directly tied to your success or your goals or you receiving something. Sometimes it's those you care about. And that's extremely, extremely, extremely vital in my life. And I'm putting that in the forefront. Encourage others. Sometimes I'm around individuals who, let me not say individuals. Sometimes I'm around friends, colleagues, family members that look up to me and what I'm doing, and they say they want to do the same thing. And at that moment, when they state they're looking to do some of the same things I'm doing, that gives me an opportunity to encourage them. That was a cue. That cue right there. They told me that I inspired them to want to do this. Now I feel it's up to me to encourage them, to give them hope that it could be done as well. And if I can assist them in any way, right, with information, I would definitely provide that to them also, right? So another area for me is as far as my New Year's resolution and things that I want to focus on is, one, I'm living with and on my purpose. Two, I want to provide encouragement to those that I'm around who look up to me and they're inspired by me. And I want to make sure that I'm disciplined enough and see the cues to help those individuals be successful. It doesn't cost me anything to help them. And as I'm helping, I'm making sure I'm helping those individuals in a time I can actually help. I'm not going to spread myself thin in areas where I can't assist. But if I can help, or if you ask me a question when I do have a moment, I'll be kindly efficient with how I get back to you. And the information I get back to you with is things that you can use immediately. Right? Remember, how do you like to be encouraged? Do you provide encouragement to your loved ones, friends, and family? Right? Is encouragement important in your life? Like, is this something you need? What encourages you? Are you a visual person where when you see things happening, that encourages you? Are you an audio type individual where you got to hear it, right? Or you get encouraged by doing it yourself? So those is just some of the few things that I thought about touching on today, as far as the podcast, right? Because a lot of these things is based upon living with purpose and on your purpose. Another thing is, try to find out what your purpose is. Finding your purpose is not always easy, right? It's just not always easy. I had to ask myself for years, what is my purpose? And does my purpose align with what I'm already doing? What I want to do, or what I would like to do? Or is it something that I'm running away from? And I know it's my purpose, I just don't want it to be my purpose. Right? And purpose can sometimes be several things. Something you want and something you don't want. Everything you want and everything you don't want. It just happens that way. Another thing is I want to know is, what's your New Year's resolution? Are you the type of individual when the ball's about to drop and you're at the end of the year, are you the type of individual that sets your goals for the new year on the 31st? Is New Year's resolution a thing that you even do? And if you had a New Year's resolution for 2023, how close were you to the goals that you wanted during that time? It was a ton of things that in my New Year's resolution that went in my favor and didn't go the way that I wanted to, but it still went into my favor. I became a loan officer. That wasn't easy. A lot of hard work, a lot of long nights, a lot of times I had to get out of my own way from being a person I was already extremely successful. Now I moved in a realm where I'm not successful in that realm at all, right? Like it's that's the fight. Knowing individuals for a very long period of time in my life and just realize, you know what? Sometimes you meet people for a season and a reason, right? And sometimes that season and reason is infinite, where it doesn't end. I know it sounds crazy, and sometimes that season does, right? And anyone who helped me during my journey, if we don't communicate as much or we don't communicate at all, I still appreciate you for everything you did for me. But it comes to a point when I know something's not good for me or something's not good for my spirit and what I got going on, and I got to step away from it. One of my biggest New Year's resolutions is basically minimize my stress. If anything stressed me out, I don't care if we're best of friends, you're my parents, we're family members, we're coworkers. If you're bringing me stress, I need to remove myself from that. Stress is not good. Stress leads to a lot of negative things. And when I say stress, I mean things are stress. Like, stress is not always negative at all, but it's certain situations, people, or energy that's stressful that it becomes toxic. You know what I mean? The toxic energy, toxicity. I don't want no parts of that at all, right? So in my New Year's resolution, it was like focus on my goals, right? I'm a loan officer to really hone in on my skills. I got a lot more things I want to do, and it's not stopping with being a loan officer. So I'm looking to become more marketable and get myself out there in social media platforms. Make sure you follow me on social media, Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles, personal page, or my mortgage page, One Touch Mortgage, right? For any mortgage questions, information, to become more knowledgeable. Don't be the person who's just finding all your information on YouTube. Don't be a YouTube person when it comes to certain areas where you got individuals like myself that is an expert in that area, right? Also, you can find me on TikTok as well. I'm on TikTok for more motivational things, right? To brighten your day. I do have social media. That's Taste Offs as well. Just stay in tune. I'm trying my best to get out of my shell and be more marketable, be in front of a camera. The podcast is going to be moving to more visual, right? So you're just not going to hear my voice. So that's going to be happening sooner than later. Also, I'm on a podcast with one of my good buddies. It's called Two Brains, One Goal. So once we get the videos up, we did our second episode yesterday. Now you can start putting a picture with a voice. And that podcast is amazing, right? It's two individuals, different but similar walk of life. We're bringing some unique perspectives to things that take place, our personal experiences, things that's going on day to day, whether it's in the world or with our friends, family, and we're basically adding solution-based information on how to fix those things. So it's something that you really going to want to tune into. It was amazing. We had an amazing episode yesterday. Once that comes up, I would start talking about that as well, right? So I'm pretty much trying to get more into, once again, living in my purpose and things that I may have been uniquely nervous or taken back from. Now it's all gas. You know, if it doesn't go the way I want it to go, that's fine. I'm going to just keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep staying encouraged, right? And I'm going to just keep being motivated. I got a passion behind what I do. I got a passion behind what I do. And one of my good friends, Maria, she know I'm talking about. She's gonna hear the podcast. She said something to me, you know what I mean, and it really encouraged me. It really motivated me. She explained to me like how I'm a great communicator, and I'm able to explain things that's traditionally difficult for most people, but I'm able to explain it in a way where you can understand no matter what walk of life you came from. And I hear people telling me from time to time, but hearing somebody telling me this that didn't have to tell me that at all, it was much appreciated. You know what I mean? And she's super smart, super intelligent, working on her doctoral, super awesome person. And it was just one of those encouragement situations that she was like, hey, she asked me what was my New Year's resolution. And when she asked me these questions, it made me really say what those were out loud and then say, you know what? I need to be accountable and I need to stay disciplined and make sure I reach some of these resolutions. And I look at New Year's resolutions as just new goals or goals that I had, but I'm saying them out loud and I'm putting them on my vision board and I'm gonna stick to them. Right? And another thing that I expressed to her about my New Year's resolution is energy. Right? Energy. When I walk in the room, I'm going to walk in the room with positive energy. When you talk to me, you're going to talk to me with positive energy. No matter what I'm going through, I'm going to create the space of energy that I like to be in, and that's going to be positive. I don't want to be a part of a toxic environment. So no matter what, when I walk in that room and I bring positive energy, what you do after I leave is up to you. But while I'm in there, I'm not letting anything ruin my day. I'm not going to let anything deter me for the reason I came in there. You move with positivity, positive actions usually happen. Right? I'm not walking into any room with anything other than that. And I'm walking to learn, teach, and inspire every time I walk in that room. I'm not walking in the room to be quiet the whole time. I'm not walking in a room to say, you know what? I'm just listening until I get comfortable. The world ain't comfortable. Life ain't comfortable. Life is tough. Life is not made to be comfortable. So if you're a person who say, hey, I got to wait till I warm up to start speaking, try to get out of that. Life isn't comfortable. So why practice comfortability when life isn't that? And every day that we wake up, we get an opportunity to deal with life. So staying in your comfort zone and staying in the shell of yourself to just make sure everything is easy, try to step out of that. Try to grow and be something else. In order to grow, you got to disturb your comfort zone. In order to grow, you got to disturb your comfort zone. So why continuously be comfortable? Why allow other individuals to determine what kind of energy you're going to leave that room with? If you're negative, I don't want to be around you. You may still be a good person. You're just not a good person around me. And at some point, I used to be a person who complained all the time. And then you get to the point where either people stop hanging around you or you realize, because you're a self-aware person, and you're like, you know what? I need to really stop doing this because this isn't helping anyone and is really hindering and is detrimental to my relationships and how people look at me. Right? So, Maria, thank you so much for encouraging me and inspiring me and giving me some thoughts to be motivated to do my podcast. And thank you for taking the time to listen and being who you are as well. I appreciate it. And I appreciate the kind words. And even though I said I don't believe you, you just saying that when what you said to me, I do believe it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and I know you're a person with integrity and you're not going to say something just to say it to make it sound good. Right? So New Year's resolution. 1, I want to encourage people. 2, I want to live on purpose and live in purpose. Right? 3, I want to make sure that I'm going to make sure that I'm basically moving in the room with energy and I'm speaking to people first. No more I'm speaking when I'm spoken to. I'm speaking to people first. If they feel like that shows weakness, that's on them. I'm not moving as if I'm not going to allow anyone to set the narrative for me. I'm going to move with a smile. I'm going to move happy. There's nothing wrong with it. Life is hard. I'm not going to be in my comfort zone. Work out every day. The people that you admire and they have the bodies that you want, they got to disturb their comfort zone every day. They got to be disciplined when everyone else is eating the best food, right? They have to do things that other people won't. That's what makes them successful. That's one of my rules. What makes you successful? Doing things that other people won't, can't, or not willing to try, right? So I want to make sure I continue with that and continue to grow in those areas to not only be successful, to become a better person. What's your energy when you wake up in the morning? What kind of energy are you projecting? What kind of energy are you giving off to those and things of that nature? How does that look for you? So that's another thing for me. Energy. Inspire. I want to inspire. I want to fulfill someone with confidence and desire to do something that they want to do. When individuals say you inspire me, so when they look at what I do, right, and they say that makes them want to do it, that feels good. It feels joyful. You know, like, we don't know what everyone goes through on a day-to-day basis. So for someone to take the time and listen to me, listen to my podcast, or follow something that I'm doing, it's only right for me to give them some time to show them that I appreciate them as well, and that what I'm doing is it's a possibility that you can do it too. And I don't want anyone to watch me forever without jumping in and doing it themselves as well. And we build with one another, right? So be an inspiration. Like, if you got individuals that tell you they inspire you, don't take that for granted. Don't take that lightly, you know? And don't feel pressure about it either. Just continuously, organically be you. If you continuously, organically be you, you can't let someone down, because you're not portraying someone you're not. Right? So I'm the same person no matter what room I'm in. And I'm going to continue to be the same person no matter what room I'm in. But I'm just going to add a little bit more things to my character that I would like to add, that can definitely add value to myself, as well as those who are around me or come across my presence. To recap, all right, New Year's resolution. Maria, thank you once again for inspiring this. Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope everyone Christmas went well. And I hope the goals that you have, you continuously strive to meet those and continuously try to be great for yourself. Therefore, you can be great to others. Live with purpose and live on your purpose. Make sure you're passionate about the goals you set and they're realistic. Encourage others. First, do you like to be encouraged? Second, right? Do you encourage others? Third, do you explain to those around you how you like to be encouraged? Therefore, if they don't encourage you in that way, it doesn't let you down. New Year's resolution. Are you still sticking to your New Year's resolution after several days into the new year? Energy. What kind of energy do you provide? What kind of energy do you walk around with on a day-to-day basis? Inspire. Fill somebody with confidence to be great in what you inspire them in, or what they inspire to overcome, or the outcome of something they want. Right? Lastly, disturb your comfort zone. Life is not made to stand still, and life will not stand still for you. If you're living in a comfortable state, try to get out of that comfort zone. Now, getting out of the comfort zone doesn't mean if you have something great going, that you don't continuously have something great going. Getting out of your comfort zone meaning pushing yourself to be better. Staying comfortable, you're going to stay in a stagnant situation or standpoint. And everything is continuously evolving. right? So you got to push yourself to be better, to overcome things that are out there. And sometimes you got to have an imagination to create obstacles that's not there just in case they happen down the line. If you own a business, you got to be able to forecast what can take place. You got to have a SWOT analysis for individuals who are business people, right? SWOT, strengths, W, weakness, right? O, opportunities, T, threats, the other T, trends. Those are things that you have to basically utilize, right? So I just want to make sure that I came to the podcast, came to my great supporters, subscribers, people out there that maybe this can help you. You can utilize some of these things, or these are some thinking points. I would love for you to write them down, have some answers in the comment area about how you utilize and things you do to live on your purpose and with your purpose, to have encouragement, your New Year's resolution, right? How do you inspire? How do you disturb your comfort zone? And talk about it and get out of your comfort zone. If you usually write things down in a journal, start saying those things out loud. If you was thinking about getting on YouTube, become a YouTuber. If you was thinking about being a podcaster, be a podcaster. But be those things because you have a passion for it, instead of it's because everyone else is doing what everyone else is doing, and it's just a quick flip or a quick opportunity. Quick flips and opportunities don't normally last long. So once again, Mr. Frequent Flyer Miles on Instagram. One Touch Mortgage on Instagram is the mortgage page. Unconventionally Miles podcast, where you're going to have the audio podcast version, which I'm going to move to visual at some point. You got me and my good friend Freddie P. We got a video podcast. It's called Two Brains, One Goal. It's awesome. So I got some things that I'm trying to do, and I just want to continuously be positive and encourage and inspire those who may want to do some of the things that I'm looking forward to doing as well. I want to continuously give topics that are thought-provoking, and you can look at it and utilize it to your day-to-day, and hopefully it helps you or compel you to be better for yourself, others, and your family. And that's what it is. So Unconventionally Miles podcast. You're going to hear about a lot of things that I got going on, but we're always going to keep the main thing, which is to encourage, motivate, and inspire those that listen and want to be better. Unconventionally Mild podcast. I'm out. Happy New Year's and happy holidays. Peace.